Hey everyone, welcome back to Cottonbyte. Today we're doing a boyfriend POV demo to show you an absolute game changer for AI video generation. PromptRelay for LTX 2.3. It's a shot list and prompt management tool built specifically for AI video prompts. Here's what it does. It lets you split a single video prompt into multiple phases. Like, first she stands still, then she turns around, then wind blows her clothes, then the camera pushes in, run, and automatically assigns each phase to the exact time segment in your video. This means even open source models can now get that LTX 2.0 style precise control over character actions and camera movements across the timeline. On its official page, you'll see how clever the smart node is. You only need one smart prompt field, and it automatically calculates how to distribute the video's latent frames across different sections. No more manually counting frames. Total workflow saver. Let's use the single image workflow as an example. In the PromptRelay encode node, the top section is Global Prompt, which locks in the overall style for the entire video, things like character design, art style, lighting, and quality tags. It applies these settings consistently throughout. If you leave it blank, it automatically uses the first segment as your global anchor, which is super smart. Below that is the Smart Prompts input box, and it has two writing styles. First, you can separate segments with a vertical bar, like this. She smiles and throws the pillow to the front of her. The woman is lying on her side on the bed. The camera pans from top to bottom, sweeping across her beautiful and sexy legs. This splits your video into distinct clips. If you don't add weights, each segment gets equal time by default. To add weights, append 0, 50, 50, 100, 100, 200 to the end of each sentence. Honestly though, I find this percentage method not very intuitive. It's not actually that smart to use. The second method is way clearer. Just write it in shot list format, like this. See that scene 3-4 at the end? That tells it to automatically assign more time to that segment. The more important the scene, the higher number you put. Super easy to understand. Of course, if you prefer manually assigning time ratios to each segment, that's totally fine too. I'll show you how to adjust both automatic and manual prompt timing later in the demo. This workflow is just the standard LTX 2.3 image-to-video workflow. One quick detail to note, you need to enter the total frame count in the length field of the empty LTXV latent video node. The formula is usually duration in seconds times frame rate plus 1. But you'll notice a funny quirk. If you enter 251 for a 10-second 25 FPS video, it'll automatically jump to 249. That's because it requires the number -1 to be divisible by 8 by default. Just something to remember. Then just hit run. The 3 scenes in my intro were generated with this, each 10 to 20 seconds long. Now, I did run into one small limitation. This version struggles a bit with prompts that have 4+ consecutive actions, and you'll sometimes get missing motions. For example, this hand-holding pull clip, it nailed turning to leave, looking back, leaning in, and kissing the first-person camera, but completely missed the says I love you part. I re-rolled this a bunch of times, and occasionally it gets everything right, like this one. But here it kissed the hand instead, and there was an extra finger that kind of ruined the vibe. This one was created by Cedence. The emotional nuances are really rich, and it feels very authentic. Though the timing of the movements doesn't quite match the requirements. Honestly, I'd say this hits about 70% of what Cedence 2 can do. Alright, moving on. Let's check out another amazing workflow from the legend doc, the Multi LTX 2.3 multi-control image-to-video workflow. He uses a manual time assignment node, and the UI is incredibly visual and intuitive. The left settings panel lets you add 0 to 5 control images, turn them all off, and it becomes pure text-to-video. This workflow is perfect for videos with completely different scenes, which is exactly what I used for my intro clips. Once you set your resolution, frame rate, and total frames, head over to the PromptRelay encode timeline node. enter the prompt for the entire video here. Each colored block represents a scene's prompt. Click it to edit below, and you can add or delete blocks freely. Drag the edges of these blocks to adjust exactly how long each scene lasts. There's also an epsilon slider that controls transition hardness between scenes. Set it to minimum for hard cuts, and I recommend 0.5 or higher for smooth, seamless transitions. Below that, you have frame and second options. I strongly recommend using frame mode because it shows the timeline in actual frame numbers. When you drag the blocks, you can see exactly which frame each scene ends on, which makes editing the LTXV Add Guide multi-node way easier. The frame IDX in that node is just the last frame where that control image applies. You can plug the number right in. The strength slider controls how much influence each input image has. Usually set the first one to 1 and tweak the others as needed. Now, character consistency still has some kinks to work out, but this absolutely crushes Seedance 2.0 for me. Why? Because I used scenes from super popular games in my reference images, and Gming, the Seedance platform, straight up rejected my generation for copyright issues. Like, I was just using the backgrounds. Total buzzkill, way too restrictive. Finally, I've uploaded both workflows to Runninghub. This platform is a lifesaver. It lets me experiment anywhere, anytime, just with my regular laptop. No more hauling around my heavy GPU beast of a computer. Generating a 20-second LTX video usually only takes me 15 to 20 minutes, which is insane. Go check them out and have fun experimenting.